Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's May 1st, 2025. Sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. Basically I took a break from doing the work around here. I helped Thea out a little bit in the garden, did quite a bit of office work that had been piling up and all, and just got behind, and so no video yesterday. Apologize for that. You know, right now I'm trying to shuffle a whole variety of different things. So the gentleman who was supposed to come yesterday didn't come. The person who's overly busy to move the shipping containers. So I did reach out yesterday afternoon, close to evening, to a different person who travels from further away to see if he can do it. And I did a little quick video of out there by the where the shipping containers are going on the pad that I created, and put that on YouTube. It's not up for everybody to look at, just so he could see where the position is, because I've placed pins out there where the shipping container should go and all, and wanted to make sure that he felt comfortable looking at it, that he could go ahead and transport him, because he's an hour away and driving here, and I'm paying from the time he leaves his site. So hopefully things will work out with that. And I'm going to have to dig out I think 64 of the 4x8 by 16 cement blocks, which means I got to break some down from the destruction of one of the retaining walls that we had up front there, when a car, I think it was 2 years ago now, that a guy who was pretty high drove through one of our retaining walls at the top of the property. So that's another thing I gotta get ready potentially. And I have gardening stuff that I've got to do too. But right now I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take the rest of these 2x3s off and take the insulation off. I'm going to have to store the insulation. This is good, still decent sheets of insulation here. Yeah, they've been damaged some, yes, but they're still usable. And there's insulation behind that, in between each one of the studs as well. But I'm going to have to get creative in how I'm going to get the plastic up here. It'll be a challenge. And so what I think I might do, I might grab over here in the pile, I've got some 14 or maybe even 16 foot 2x6s that were used when we did the demo work over there. I didn't pull the nails or the screws out of those yet, but I'll probably use one of those, attach a top plate to it, and hook the plastic to that board, and possibly lift it up with the pallet. This is really a two-person job, but or three-person job, so that I can get it up there and potentially attach it up above there. But what I can do is, right alongside the door, is attach the 2x6 right next to the door, which can hold it up there. Then I can get up there with a ladder on either side and put some of the shorter 2x3s holding that up there. At least that's my thought process at this point. Who knows what will actually come of the day. I actually never know for certain. And Thea wants me to get some things out of the one of the gazebos, some of her outdoor furniture and all. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now and see where we end up today. So a little sidetrack here. My daughter mentioned when she was down here helping the other day, mentioned, geez, why don't we use the aviary to store some supplies and all in. We had to find homes for all of our bird friends because of Thea's health issues with her lungs. So you know, I had forgotten that we could even use this, so it was a double door system here. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take some of these panels out here. Gosh, these panels have been in here for so many years. And see what I can do about disassembling this. This still has to be cleaned out quite a bit. But there are spots where we're under roof here and we can store some things in here. So that's one of the things I'm going to do.
Young man, take a breath. There's strength in your eyes, a flame in your chest that never truly dies. The world may shout, may try to bend your will, but deep down you know your voice can be still. Look to the ones who walk with grace, whose actions speak more than words ever trace. This is how you grow into who you're meant to be. Follow those who lead with love and integrity. One choice, one step, each day you climb. Walk your truth, it's your time. Find men who build, not tear apart, who carry wisdom and a servant's heart. Watch how they live, how they treat the small. In the quiet moments, you'll learn it all. Hold fast to what's honest and always be kind. Let courage and faith shape your mind. This is how you grow into who you're meant to be. Stand by your word, live with humility. Fall and rise and never lose sight of who you are and what is right. Work with your hands and own every fall. Each stumble a lesson, each setback a call. Lift up the weary, speak when it's tough. Being a man means loving enough. Yes, this is how you grow into who you're meant to be. Let your life echo truth for the world to see. Brick by brick, build a legacy. Let your light shine steadfast and free. So rise with resolve, let your purpose be clear. The man you're becoming is already near. Live each day with vision and grace, and you'll meet that man face to face. I held her hand the day she came, so small and full of grace. A world of wonder in her eyes, the sunshine on her face. Through scraped up knees and lullabies, I watched her spirit grow to a father growing older. She's the truest love I know. In her teens she took a different path, went to live with her mom. Life pulled us in our separate ways, but still the bond stayed strong. She built a life, she found her love, 2 daughters by her side. And though we both were busy, I cheered her with quiet pride. She still blooms like a wild rose down a country lane, tough through the storms, but gentle just the same. Raised up strong with a heart that won't bend, she found her way around the long, long bend. Now we're sitting on the porch, watching life roll by, laughing about the years and tearing up sometimes. Yes, she still blooms, and Lord, I'm proud she's mine. Her girls now walk the path she knew, strong and full of light. Echoes of her laughter fill the quiet night. And now we sit and talk again, no rush, just time to share. Each story like a thread we weave with gentle, grateful care. She still blooms like a wild rose down a country lane, tough through the storms, but gentle just the same. Raised up strong with a heart that won't bend, she found her way round the long, long bend. Now we're sitting on the porch, watching life roll by, laughing about the years and tearing up sometimes. Yes, she still blooms, and Lord, I'm proud she's mine. We've both lived full chapters, written in truth, but nothing compares to these moments, this proof that love doesn't fade, it just waits in the wings. And now that she's near, oh, the peace that it brings. She still blooms like a flower tended by time, stronger than ever, beautifully refined. We're walking together, side by side, in step once again with nothing to hide. And I hold this time like a sacred tune. My daughter still blooms, and so do I too. Woke up early, sun on my face, dust on my boots, dreams I still chase. A mirror shows lines I didn't used to see, but this fire in my chest still burning free. Every scar tells a story, every fall taught me grace. Through the years, through the storms, I found my place. I'm becoming the man I wanna be, not perfect but trying faithfully, holding on to what's right, letting go of the past, learning to love, learning to last, one step, one breath, one prayer at a time. I'm building a life, a legacy, becoming the man I wanna be. I've said things I wish I could take back, and I've walked roads that led me off track, but I've come to know that strength is kind, and real courage is a patient mind. I've been the storm, I've been the calm, I've been the silence before the dawn. I'm becoming the man I wanna be, forging my soul in honesty, with calloused hands and a humbled heart. I'm learning where healing starts, one truth, one choice, one moment at a time. I'm walking that line faithfully, becoming the man I wanna be. For my family, for my name, for the quiet hope that still remains, I'll keep rising come what may, stronger with each break of day. Yes, I'm becoming the man I wanna be, with love as my legacy. I won't always win, but I won't give in. I know where I've been, I know who I am within. Step by step, grace carries me, becoming the man I wanna be. It came down in a moment, the sky turned gray, stealing dreams in a tangled ballet. I should have been in there, but she called my name. And love, not luck, kept me safe that day. The roof gave in, the walls gave way. What once stood proud, just dust and clay. We sorted the rubble, slow and sore. Every nail, every beam, a memory's core. Thank God for when the sun shines through the darkest kind of pain. When the wind won't quit howling and you're soaked through with the rain. Still the morning breaks in gold lines and your heart can beat again. Thank God for when the sun shines, even after everything. Days get muddy and nights feel long, but we find our way with work and song. She's still by my side, bless her gentle soul. And we're patching up hope with wood and coal. Calls from friends and neighbors near, pallets stacked and voices clear. The storm don't win when hands still build, and faith holds strong on these muddy hills. Thank God for when the sun shines through the heartbreak and the ache. When the roof is gone above you, but there's love no storm can shake. Every scar a new design in this shelter that we make. Thank God for when the sun shines, for mercy's quiet sake. It ain't over, but we're getting there. One board, one prayer, one breath of air. And I still see grace in the morning dew. Thank God for the sun and the ones who pull you through. Hey sweet girl, I've watched you grow. You got a fire they'll never know. This world may try to pull you down, but don't you ever lose your crown. They'll say you're too much, try to make you small, but you don't have to change at all. Real love won't ask you to pretend. It'll meet you strong right to the end. Never lower your light to fit their shade. Don't trade your truth for love that fades. You're made to stand, you're made to soar, and you don't need to close your door. If they can't love you where you shine, then their heart was never worth your time. There'll be moments you'll feel alone, wondering if you're too much on your own. But baby, strength is quiet grace, and peace comes when you know your place. You're not here to shrink or hide. You're meant to walk in your full stride. So lift your chin and stand up tall. You're worth the world, you're worth it all. Never lower your light to fit their shade. Don't trade your truth for love that fades. You're made to stand, you're made to soar, and you don't need to close your door. If they can't love you where you shine, then their heart was never worth your time. And when the night feels long and cold, Remember the stories I've always told. Real love lifts you, sees your flame. It never plays a cruel game. Never lower your light to fit their shade. Keep your heart whole, don't let it fade. You're strong, you're wild, you're brave and free, just as God meant you to be. You've got a light that's fierce and true. Let it shine, I'm proud of you. So when they come with words unkind, let them go and never mind. You've got a fire the stars would write, so promise me, never lower your light. But thank God I wasn't there. I was helping Thea by her side. The steel came crashing, the wood gave way, but I'm still here standing today. The debris piled high, the damage was deep, but I had to wake up from the shock and the sleep. Sifting through the wreckage, hauling out the waste. It's a long road ahead, but I've got no time to waste. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but the tunnel is long and dark. Every day I fight through the struggle, with calloused hands and a battle-scarred heart. I won't stop moving, won't fall apart, 'cause hope still burns like a stubborn spark. There's light at the end of the tunnel, even when the world feels stark. Sky dial flying high, showing how far we've come. 1,000 hours, but we're still not done. Thea by my side, working through the mess. We keep pushing, even when we're in distress. Insurance battles, they keep dragging on, but I'll keep fighting, keep moving strong. The building's gone, but the work ain't through. Rebuilding what's lost, starting something new. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but the tunnel is long and dark. Every day I fight through the rubble, with scraped knuckles and a weathered heart. I won't give up, won't miss the mark. This land still knows my name and my spark. There's light at the end of the tunnel, even when it's falling apart. Every board I pull, every nail I find, every wall I straighten brings peace to my mind. Through storm and silence, through sweat and tears, this land will rise again. Just give me a few more years. Yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm walking with faith and grit. Every setback's just another puzzle, but I've never been the type to quit. One foot forward through all of it, through the mess, through the mud, through every bit. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and I swear I'm gonna reach it. Yeah, the tunnel is long, but the light's still strong, and I'm still here, moving on.
Well, things went pretty well today. My daughter, when she was here the other day, Sabrina, she said, geez, why aren't we using the aviary to store some of the supplies? Now, it is open, even with the aviary screens on there, it was still open. So I spent a little bit of time just taking out the window panels here and taking out a perch over there and all. And I decided to put a lot of the insulation, because the insulations can easily go airborne and all. And at least it's protected from falling rain. Could some wind-blown rain get in there? Yes. Should this get cleaned out even further? Yes. But for right now, my thought is, let's go ahead and get some of the insulation in here, because I needed to take more down. I still have small broken pieces that need to go in here. These window panels, I'll take off the nylon netting that's on the other side of these panels here, and I'll put hardware cloth on it, and that'll help to be some of the squirrel protection, chipmunk protection, rodent protection from all of our nut plants. So our chestnuts, hickory nuts, hazelnuts, and I'm forgetting others. So we've got a bunch of seeds that Thea's been planting the last couple of days. We got some over in the IBC totes, and we have some in our tree tubes, tree pots, the tall plot pots, and I'll show you those when we do a tour around. But yeah, so today, the rest of the day, I spent over here taking apart. So when we left last time, there was still a section here with insulation on the outside part here, and there's still insulation between all the studs. You can see behind this Tyvek here, there's insulation there all the way there, and I took the 2x3s off, pulled the screws out of those, pulled the nails out of the beam supports over here in that little section that comes out that would make for the overhead door going back into the shop back here, because this whole area needs to be worked on. And so this whole wall may end up having to come down, but I did discover, so the truss up there, that was cut out, unfortunately, and then ripped out, and then I cut it out. So that whole end truss is missing, and even though I pulled the top of this wall in pretty well, you could see the bottom part is jutted out, and I think some of that insulation there is holding things up because the floor is sitting on that. So I'm going to have to take the inside wall apart. We'll go in there and take a quick look. Take the inside wall apart up there. Oh boy, let me go around there, turn on the light, you'll be able to see better. But a lot of water had come down in here over the last couple of months. But hopefully in the next day or two I'll be able to get some plastic up there, because I'll go over that in a minute, what my approach will be. Even though I don't have a boom lift or a tall enough ladder, I've got an idea. So I'll take this piece of plywood down here, and I may have to take this whole wall apart in order to get all these 2x3s. You can see how they are built right here. And all of that, oh, I can see it's sitting right up on top of that plywood there. So let's take the plywood down, and then we'll see what insulation I can get out of there. I don't know, I may have to take this whole darn wall down, dang it. That's not cool. Not cool, because I'm not looking forward to more jobs to do. But anyways, let's go out there and I'll tell you what my idea is. So this 2x6 you see standing here. So I think that's a 2x6x12 is what that is. And my thought is, what I'll end up doing, I'll put a small piece of plywood on the top edge up of that 2x6. And then I'll drape the plastic up over that. I'll put the base of that on a pallet, and I'll make an A-frame for it as well. And I'll put the plastic on top of the pallet, put an A-frame here, and attach the 2x6 to that, and then raise that up. So I think that I can make that actually work up there. Then what I'll do is that 2x6, since the center of the building is just to the right of that upper door and just to the left of this lower door, I'll put that, screw the 2x6 to the plastic and right up against there, and that'll help hold the top in. Then I should be able to get some other pieces up there. We'll see if that's my idea anyways. When you work by yourself, you got to be creative. A 3-person unit could do this easily in an hour and get this set. This will take me 4 or 5 hours probably to do this. But anyways, and I think that's about it. Lots of pulling nails and all. I'd really like to get the nails pulled out of all those 2x6s over there. I got quite a few nails pulled from the boards that I took down from that section and this section over here. There's a lot more to be done, of course, but I'd really like to get a lot more of those nails out and get those inside the shipping containers once we get them here. So I did send off the second person, aviary, who's about an hour away, 45 minutes to an hour away. I sent him some photographs as well. Yesterday I sent him video of the limestone pad out back with the stakes out there, and I'll show you. I got to remember to show you that. I'll put some red flags on those stakes because it's just my stakes that I use for setting forms for footers and all, or for when I'm going to pour a floor. And they don't show up that well, so I'll put some little red marker flags on them, or yellow marker flags on it, or whatever color I have, so that they stick out a little bit better. Then you'll get a better idea of just about whereabouts they'll go, and it'll also be easier when the driver is here to be able to see where those are when he's looking at his mirror. Okay, rear view mirror, or your side mirrors. And the punkies were really out today, the black flies. Thank God for our homemade mosquito and bug repellent. That worked very well, but there's been a breeze this afternoon, so that's helped out as well. So I think that's about it for today's video. Sorry, it's a bit of a rambling here. We're going to get some rain tonight, tomorrow. I think for the next few days we're going to be getting rain. So we'll see how things work out with me recording, doing the next few steps here bit by bit. No matter what, there's plenty to do. All right, folks, stay safe and take care, and enjoy yourself. Bye-bye now.